Hey everyone, and welcome back.
Great to be here.
So today we're diving into something huge. Social media. Instagram, WhatsApp, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. I mean, it's everywhere, right?
Absolutely unavoidable, really.
Yeah.
And it makes you wonder, what's it actually doing to how we communicate, like properly communicate?
Exactly. That's the big question we want to tackle. Is all this online interaction helping us, or is it maybe, hurting our ability to connect effectively, especially face-to-face?
Right. It's complex. So we'll look at both sides. First, maybe the surprising way social media can actually boost communication skills.
Yeah, the positive angle. And then we'll flip it and look at the potential downsides, the ways it might be hindering us, particularly in those real-life conversations.
And we'll try to bring in some, real stories, real examples, and maybe some practical tips for using these platforms, smarter, especially if you're learning English.
Okay, sound like a plan. Let's start with the good stuff then.
Yeah.
How can scrolling through feeds actually help us communicate better?
Well, one massive advantage, especially if English isn't your first language, is just the sheer amount of real English you get exposed to.
Right. It's like a 247 immersion class, almost.
Exactly. Think about it. Videos, podcasts, even just reading comments. It's constant exposure.
And it's not stuffy textbook English either, is it? It's how people actually talk.
Totally. You pick up the slang, the abbreviations like LOL or BTW, or someone saying, I feel you.
Yeah.
The casual stuff.
Yeah, things you wouldn't find in Chapter 3.
And then there's the global connection aspect. I read about this person in Brazil learning English mostly through watching YouTube makeup tutorials.
Wow, really?
Yeah, just absorbing the language, maybe commenting, interacting. It's learning through interest, which is powerful.
That makes sense. And it works for writing too, doesn't it? I heard about a student who got better at writing just by, tweeting every day.
Oh yeah, the Twitter effect.
That character limit forces you to be really concise, right? Get straight to the point.
It does. You have to be economical with words. It's a skill in itself. And think about people who are maybe a bit shy.
Yeah. Face-to-face can be intimidating.
Exactly. But online, commenting or texting, it feels safer, less pressure. You can practice expressing yourself, maybe build some confidence that way.
It gives you time to think, compose your thoughts, edit, which you don't always get in a live conversation.
Precisely. And don't forget voice messages, like on WhatsApp or Telegram.
Oh, good point. Practice pronunciation without the pressure of a live call.
Yeah. You can record, listen back, maybe try again. It's a low-stakes way to work on actually speaking.
Okay, what about vocabulary?
Definitely helps there, too. You see those word of the day posts or little mini lessons from English teachers online?
Yeah, they're quite popular.
They often give you the word, the meaning, and an example, maybe even a picture, like seeing overwhelmed used in a relatable sentence makes it stick more.
Bite-sized learning fits right into your scroll.
Right. And sometimes you're learning without even realizing it. Passive learning, they call it.
Like watching cat videos, but they happen to be narrated in English.
Kind of. Or cooking tutorials. You're just watching something you enjoy, but your brain is picking up language along the way, learning by osmosis almost.
And live streams, too. That's real-time conversation practice, isn't it? You can type in the chat, ask questions.
Yeah, interact directly. And sometimes, if you comment and your favorite creator actually replies, that's huge motivation.
Oh, definitely. Big boost.
Plus, there are specific places for practice, like language exchange groups on Facebook or Discord servers, Reddit threads.
Right. Communities built specifically for learners to connect and practice together.
Yeah, finding people to talk to, maybe swap languages, get feedback. It's all there.
Okay. So summing up the positives. Loads of exposure to real English, different ways to practice writing, speaking, listening. It can build confidence, especially if you're shy, and helps with vocabulary.
But the key thing really is you have to be active.
Right. Just scrolling isn't enough.
No, you need to jump in, comment, ask questions, record yourself, join those groups. That's where the real learning happens.
Okay, so that's a pretty positive case. But we know it's not all sunshine and roses. Let's talk about the flip side. How might social media actually be, hurting our communication?
Yeah, this is the part people worry about more, I think. And the big one is probably attention spans.
The endless scroll.
Exactly. We get used to super fast, bite-sized content. Jump, jump, jump. So maybe we become less patient with, longer conversations.
Like if someone's telling a story that takes more than 15 seconds.
Sort of. Or just a conversation that needs a bit more focus and sustained listening. We might zone out quicker.
And does that affect how we talk, too?
It could. Maybe we start talking in shorter bursts. more fragmented, Yeah, cool. Oh, well, okay, bye.
Yeah, efficient, maybe, but not exactly deep connection.
And that kind of shorthand, especially in texts or messages, can lead to misunderstandings, right?
Oh, definitely, without tone of voice or facial expressions.
Exactly. That simple word, sure, could mean anything from enthusiastic agreement to, total sarcasm.
You lose all that nonverbal stuff, which is, what, like 90% of communication?
Something like that.
Yeah.
A huge chunk, anyway. And then there's the impact on real-life interactions, the phone pull.
Being physically present, but mentally scrolling. We've all seen it. Or done it.
Yeah. Less eye contact, less active listening because we're half distracted by notifications, or just the urge to check.
It definitely creates a barrier. And what about, grammar and spelling? All the text speak. You are GR8.
Well, yeah, there's a concern there. If you're constantly using abbreviations and slang, does it make it harder to switch back to more standard English when you need to?
Especially for learners, maybe. Blurring the lines.
Could be. Informal language is fine, but overdoing it might hinder you in, say, a job interview or writing something formal. And then there's the time factor. Addiction, almost.
Right. Spending hours scrolling that you could have spent, I don't know, actually talking to someone.
Yeah. Exactly. Trading maybe fewer, but deeper real-life conversations for lots of shallower online interactions.
It's that weird paradox, feeling connected but also kind of lonely sometimes.
Yeah, that's a real thing. And related to that is the comparison trap.
Seeing everyone's perfect highlight reels.
Right. And it can make you feel like your life or maybe your English isn't interesting enough. So you might hold back from speaking up online or off.
That fear of judgment. What if I make a mistake? What if I sound boring?
Totally. Which is tough, especially when you're learning. And if we spend so much time communicating online, are we losing practice in those essential face-to-face skills?
Like what?
Like asking good follow-up questions, showing empathy properly, reading body language, handling silences, all that stuff you only really practice in person.
Yeah, the nuances of real interaction.
And one more thing, the reliance on filters and perfectly crafting everything.
Oh, like editing your posts or videos obsessively?
Yeah. Does that make it harder to be spontaneous? Like if you're suddenly on a video call or in an interview and you can't prepare or edit, do you freeze up?
Interesting point. Performance anxiety, but for normal conversation.
Could be. So yeah, the downsides. Shorter attention spans, potential for miscommunication, maybe less quality real-life interaction, grammar concerns, addiction risk, that fear of judgment, and losing touch with those face-to-face skills.
It's a lot to think about. It really sounds like, as you said, it's complicated.
It is. It's not inherently good or bad, maybe. It's I like the analogy of junk food.
Okay.
It's okay in moderation, can be enjoyable, but you wouldn't want it to be your entire diet. You still need the proper nourishing meals of real conversation.
That's a good way to put it. So we've seen the good and the bad. What about people's actual experiences? Do we have any stories?
Yeah, thinking back to some examples I came across, there was Luis from Mexico, apparently quite shy. He joined a Facebook group where they mostly communicated using voice messages. Started small, then eventually moved on to Zoom calls with people from the group. Really helped his spoken English and confidence.
See, that's using it proactively. Voice messages first, then calls. Smart.
Yeah. Then there was Priya in India. She followed lots of influencers, learned tons of new vocabulary, which was great.
Yeah.
But she felt her actual face-to-face communication was, declining. She got so used to the online world, she started setting phone-free hours to reconnect in real life.
Finding that balance, that's key.
Definitely. And May from China, she started a TikTok channel, just talking about her daily life in simple English.
Brave.
Yeah. But apparently boosted her confidence massively. And she ended up making friends internationally through it, just putting herself out there.
That's fantastic, using it to create, not just consume.
Exactly. And then a common one, like Ahmed, a student who felt stuck, just scrolling, not really improving. Yeah. Until he started actively engaging, leaving comments, replying to people, asking questions, that's when things started clicking again for him.
It really comes back to that active participation thing, doesn't it?
It really does. Think of social media like a gym for your language skills.
Okay.
Just having the membership, just scrolling through pictures of equipment won't make you fitter.
Yeah.
You have to actually use the machines, do the exercises, comment, message, record, and engage.
That's a great analogy. So the challenge for you listening is, are you just watching or are you working out? Are you consuming or are you practicing?
Good question to ask yourself.
Okay, so bearing all that in mind, the potential pitfalls, but also the real potential for growth, What are some practical things people can do? How can we use social media smarter for communication, especially English practice?
Right, let's get practical. Tip number 1, maybe set a purpose before you open the app.
Intention. Don't just drift.
Exactly. Ask yourself, why am I opening Instagram right now? Is it to learn something specific, connect with someone, or just kill time? Knowing your goal helps focus.
Good one. Okay, what else?
2, follow the right accounts. Be intentional about your feed. Follow English teachers, vocabulary pages, sites that post conversation clips. Curate it for learning.
Make your feed work for you, not just distract you.
Precisely. 3rd, engage actively. We keep saying it, but it's crucial. Don't just lurk.
Like, comment, ask questions.
Yeah. Even a simple thanks, that was helpful, in English is practice. Push yourself a little.
Okay, number 4.
Use the voice and video tools. Send voice notes instead of text sometimes. Try recording an Instagram story speaking in English, even if it's short.
Ooh, that's a good challenge. Builds pronunciation confidence.
Definitely. 5, join relevant groups and communities. We mentioned Facebook, Reddit, Discord, maybe even WhatsApp groups. Find your people, your practice space.
Makes it less lonely and more interactive, for sure.
Number 6, and this is important, set time limits.
Ah, the balance thing again. Avoid the endless scroll.
Yeah. Use your phone's features, set timers, whatever works. Protect your time for real-life stuff, too.
Crucial. Okay, 7.
Apply what you learn outside the app. Heard a new phrase. Try using it in a real conversation later. Learned a new word. Write it down. Use it in a sentence.
Take it off the screen and into the real world. Solidifies the learning.
Exactly. And finally, number 8. Avoid negative comparison. Remember those highlight reels.
Right. Focus on your own journey, your own progress. Don't measure yourself against someone else's curated online persona.
So important for staying motivated. So those are 8 tips. Set a purpose, follow good accounts, engage actively, use voice video, join communities, set limits, apply offline, and avoid comparison.
That's a really solid list. The main theme seems to be intentional, right? Be a learner, not just a watcher.
That sums it up perfectly. Be proactive.
So maybe a little challenge for everyone listening this week. Just pick one of those tips.
Yeah, it's just one.
Maybe decide you'll leave one thoughtful comment in English this week, or send one voice message, or join one group, or just set that timer for 15 minutes of focused scrolling.
Small steps. Totally doable. And remember, everyone starts somewhere. Mistakes are okay. They're part of learning.
Absolutely. Don't let fear stop you from using these tools that are, well, right there in your pocket. Use the tech to connect and grow.
Well said.
So wrapping this up, I guess the main takeaway is social media's effect on our communication, it's not black and white, is it?
Not at all. It really, really depends on how you use it. It's a tool, and like any tool, it can be used well or not so well.
So the key is mindful usage. Being aware of the potential downsides, but actively harnessing the positives for growth and connection.
Exactly. Use it intentionally.
And we really want to hear from you. How do you use social media for English? What works? What are the challenges? Let us know in the comments or send us a message.
Yeah, your experiences help everyone. Share what you've learned.
Definitely. And if you found this chat useful, maybe share it with a friend who's also navigating this stuff. Keep practicing, keep speaking, keep connecting. Remember, imperfect but real English is way better than perfect silence.
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
Keep at it.
Until next time, take care, everyone.